Hey players. So Jennifer Crumbley has been found guilty on 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter in connection with the tragedy that occurred at Oxford High School in 2021. As we all know, her son, Ethan Crumbley, murdered 4 people and injured 7 others on that tragic day. Now, Jennifer and her husband, James Crumbley, were both charged with involuntary manslaughter. Prosecutors alleged that they purchased the weapon for their son, knowing that he was having some mental issues, and also they did absolutely nothing to stop what happened that day. Now, during that trial, we learned that Jennifer Crumbley was having an affair. We also learned that Ethan Crumbley was very troubled. In fact, he reached out to his parents regarding this, but they did not believe him or take him seriously. He wrote in his journal that he felt that he was not being heard regarding his mental impairment. Now, during the trial, Jennifer Crumbley basically blamed her husband James for the entire thing, honey. She stated that he was responsible for purchasing the weapon for their son. She was not there during the purchase of the weapon. However, she did post it on social media and took him to a shooting range after the purchase. She also stated that her husband was responsible for the safety of that weapon. She decreed and declared that they kept it in several different areas in the home, and he was responsible for keeping it under lock and key and keeping an eye on it. Now, this wasn't surprising to me that Jennifer would blame James for the entire thing. I mean, we saw them both flee, basically leaving their son to fend for himself. So, hey, I mean, it wasn't a surprise. Now, during the trial, the jury examined 400 pieces of evidence, including text messages and photos from her cell phone and dramatic video of the actual tragedy, which left many in the courtroom visibly shaken. The prosecution called more than 20 witnesses, including law enforcement officials and school staff members, while the defense brought in just one, Jennifer Crumbley. In my opinion, the prosecution was successful in trying to portray Jennifer Crumbley as a neglectful mother who cared more about her hobbies and carrying on an extramarital affair than about spending time with her son. Then she and her husband gave the son a weapon as a gift in the days before the tragedy. On the day of the horrific event, after Jennifer Crumbley had left the school after seeing a very disturbing drawing that Ethan had made, she texted him, "Don't do it." He went on to murder 4 students and injure several others. So Jennifer Crumbley was found guilty on 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. She will get credit for roughly 2.5 years in the county jail when she returns to court for sentencing on April 9th. The judge will set the minimum prison sentence based on the scoring guidelines and other factors. It will be up to the Michigan Parole Board to determine how long she actually stays in prison. The maximum term for involuntary manslaughter is 15 years. James Crumbley is expected to begin his trial on March 5th, and of course we know Ethan has been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Of course, here at the Black Accurate News, I send my condolences out to the families of the students whose lives were lost in this tragedy. It was absolutely horrific, and my heart goes out to you all. All right, players, put your thoughts in the comments. This is Double D Mobile reporting for the Black Accurate News.